Welcome back to Cage Talk. It is our third and final segment. We're on with Coach Greg Jackson right now. My name is Buck. Got my co-host Nick over here.
Hello.
And, yeah, man, UFC 67 right around the corner. And some big fights. Some big names are coming in. Quentin Rampage Jackson, he's making his way back to the UFC. Also, Crow Cop, I think he's probably the man that everybody's talking about the most. Him and Rampage.
Yeah.
And you know, I've never seen a Crow Cop fight, but I went on and I looked at his record and I look at everybody the man's fought and beat, and I mean, he is just the real deal.
There's no one out there very few people out there, I think, that have actually beat the kind of people he's beat and had the kind of career he's had. He's pretty amazing all around. Especially considering his kickboxing background, jumping into MMA and just terrorizing the heavyweight division in Japan. I mean,
yeah,
it was great.
Yeah, and he's fighting a kind of an up-and-comer, 8-0 Eddie Sanchez. And we talked to Eddie Sanchez, and nice guy, seems nice enough. Confident guy. And we know anything can happen, but what probably is going to happen? What do you think?
Yeah, it's going to be a hard fight for Eddie. But Eddie's actually in a good position because even if he loses to Crow Cop, he lost to Crow Cop. So did a lot of people. If Crow Cop loses this, it's not good for his career at all. So there's really no pressure on Eddie. He can go in there and let it all hang out, see if he can get him to the ground and have a good time with it.
Right.
Whereas Crow Cop, he's going to have to be a little more diligent than like Heath Herring, who took his last opponent too lightly.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Heath Herring, we kind of did a recap on our last episode of Cage Talk about Fight Night 8. What's the story with Herring?
Do you think he came in out of shape? Or
first of all, is Jake O'Brien that good, or did Heath Herring just take it too lightly, or is he just done because he didn't look like he was in the best of shape? And
no, Heath Herring's strength has always been his conditioning. He's been able to outwork people like Tom Erickson, these wrestlers. He just sets a pace and you can't keep up. Well, he didn't do that, and I think he took the fight a little too lightly.
Yeah,
he's a great guy. He and I go way back as well. I think he took the fight a little too lightly, and O'Brien is good, man. The kid's no joke. He wants you to go to the floor. You're probably going to
he's going to take you there.
Yeah, so I think it's a little of both. I think Heath wasn't the best he could be. I think when he trains hard and gets his mind back in the game, he's going to be great again.
Sure.
And I think that Jake showed everybody, hey, I'm no joke. I'm legitimate in the heavyweight division. So that was important for him because he's a nice guy. So
what did you think about Ed Herman's fight? I mean, he's sporting some locks now. He's got some longer hair.
Yeah.
Did he get his mojo back? Is he like Samson from Samson and Delilah?
I think so. You know, Ed Herman is one of those guys that he's just super tough.
Tough kid.
Those losses at this point in his career are just going to help him out. He's gonna get that much tougher. He ran into our man Jason, not Rob, and McDonald, and I think that kind of opened his eyes up a little bit to stay serious. And you saw the results of that in his last fight.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the Hermes Franco fight?
That overhand right, good Lord!
Wow,
I know
that guy can just bomb him from everywhere. So yeah, I'm not sure if he just hurt Spencer. I was kind of warming up guys at that time and making sure. So I only got to kind of watch it a little bit and watch it a little bit more.
Oh, he rocked him.
Yeah, I saw that part and I saw him finish him. So yeah, I didn't see Spencer's performance up until that point very much. So I didn't know exactly what was going on. But I'll tell you, if Franco catches you with that right hand, you better you better man up. You're gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty back and forth fight. I mean, it didn't look like anybody was dominating. You know, more so than the other one. I mean, it was
till about the middle
of the second round. I mean, and then Franca just wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that Spencer tired out is what happened.
Yeah, Spencer was tired too.
He's a great fighter, Spencer Fisher. We like him. We're fans of him. So
well, let's dive back into the Jackson's camp real quick, and we'll talk a little bit about MySpace stuff. Sure. I read a MySpace bulletin that was posted the other day from Josh Koscheck, talking about UFC 69,
the one in Houston,
one in Houston, Texas.
Yeah,
and he has said that he's going to be fighting Diego Sanchez.
Yes, that is. If he announced that first, then yes.
Yeah, you know what? It was on MySpace.
Right.
He posted it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be a rematch with Koscheck, and we're looking forward to that fight a lot. Diego's already in training for it. He's training real hard already. So we just had a great session today. And we'll be ready for a rematch. For Koscheck, it's going to be. He's going to come at it as a chance for him to redeem himself.
Right.
But that's the way we see it too, because he was the only guy on that show Diego didn't finish.
Right.
So he's looking at redemption, but that's not just a one-sided coin. We're also looking for a little redemption. We're going to try to finish him too.
Yeah.
So Diego will be in great shape and hopefully with a good game plan.
Is this one of those fights where I mean, I don't even know how how to put this. I mean, because it's kind of like the Crow Cop Sanchez fight. I mean, Diego has got, it seems like, everything to lose in this fight. Where Koscheck, I mean, he's already been beaten by Diego.
Yeah, and if you look at it it's all how you look at it. If you look at it from that point of view, then it wouldn't be a great fight for us to take. But you have to remember now the bigger picture. So that's a very small, I
guess that's my narrow mind.
Point. No, not and a very valid point. We're going to have to fight Josh Koscheck. We're going to have to do it when we're champions. We're going to have to do it when we're not champions. There will be a rematch. Period.
Right.
There will be a rematch. So if you understanding that now we've got to fight him. So now you say, okay, well, let's get it over with.
Get it out of the way.
Get it out of the way while we're still young. We're looking at it as well, not even that, because I can see where Koscheck's coming from. You know what I mean? Every time he wins a fight, he's got to be reminded how Diego beat him, and that can get a real pain real quick. So I see where he's coming from. Has he fought any big names though? I mean,
No. has he fought any really super solid fighters like Diego has? Because I mean, Diego's been climbing that ladder, man.
Yeah,
he knocked out Riggs.
Right.
He took out Carl Parisian. I mean, in impressive
Diaz
fashion.
too. Yeah,
Nick Diaz.
Yeah. No, I don't think he has. I mean, he's fought tough guys. I don't want to disrespect any of his opponents. They're all been very tough, but not recognized on that level for sure.
Right.
And the way we're looking at it, again, like I was saying earlier, my point is, we're looking at it as a chance to try to finish him, try to redeem Diego's performance, because he got a split decision in that. One judge, for some unknown reason, gave it to Koscheck.
Right.
Well, that's a little unfinished business. Diego wants to put a stamp on it, wants to say, no, I am. So we're looking at it as being just as hungry as Koscheck is. We want to prove to everybody that Diego is the goods and that has what it takes to truly beat Koscheck, not in a close decision, but in a good fight. Hopefully finish. Hopefully.
Well, let's talk about the styles then, because everybody says styles make fights. And,
yes, that's so true.
And is this a bad matchup for Diego?
No, not especially. Koscheck is better at what he does. He's gotten a lot better on the ground. His hands and feet have gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
But Diego's gotten a lot better too. So both of these guys have did major improvements. So what it's going to come down to is who can execute their game plan better on that night. Is it going to be Koscheck with his nice snappy punches, his big overhand, his takedowns, or is it going to be Diego bringing what he brings to the table?
What camp is he training out of right now? Do you know?
Koscheck, AKA, with a great friend of mine. He's always trained there. Bob Cook, who's just one of my best friends in the whole world. I love Bob to death. But he's always trains with Bob. Him and Mike Swick, and they got a great camp over there. They got a lot of guys. Really good. We have a ton of respect for him and his camp. And like I say, I love Bob. He's just a great dude. He's always helping me out. So,
cool. Let's look at UFC 68 that's coming up. Randy Couture coming out of retirement to fight Tim Sylvia. What do you think of it? What
big fight there? We're sending Big Dan Christensen out. Is actually going to help out Randy for that fight.
Oh, so, good.
Yeah, he's going out to Vegas to live with Randy for a while and help him because he's got that long reach and stuff. So
that's probably where that rumor came from when I called you the other day and asked you that.
It's Randy he's a really great guy. He's always super nice to us, and so he asked Big Dan and us if we'd help him out, and we said of course. So
cool.
We sent him out, and Tim Sylvia, man, what an animal that guy is. He's just a monster. He'd knock you out, and as he showed with Monson, he's got some improving ground skills too. So
trying to grapple with Jeff Monson,
that's
pretty impressive.
I think that just takes some sand. So that's great. I really like. I think he's a great champion, and it's going to be a battle of two champions. So we'll see how that plays out. Who can control the takedown is going to control that fight. So
that's going to be a cool fight.
Yeah,
that's how it goes.
It'll be really excited.
So,
we're looking forward to that.
What are some of the other fights you guys have coming up out of your camp?
Holy moly, I don't have my calendar in front of me. We've got McDonald fighting Franklin. We've got, of course, the Diego thing. We've got a couple of our guys that live in Colorado are fighting in the Ring of Fire, including Elliot Marshall, who's an amazing jiu-jitsu guy. He's taken the worlds, I think, at brown belt. And then he took third at black belt this last year. Anyway, great guy, trains with the Mall Easton out there. And him and Cody have some fights, who trains with Nate Marquardt in Colorado, so we'll be going up to help them out.